Not that I have an obsession with sharp, pointy weapons or anything. I don't. Hey there, I'm Jules. Nice to see you. The word of the day today is pool. You know, like swimming in a pool? If you'd like to know why pool is the word of the day, watch my next video and then read the description to find out. Hey babes, today we're playing AIdol again. So let's get right into it. We're at the convention. Oh yeah, and it's the mysterious lovers. We make our way over to the sound booth, just like Hideki directed us. It's round the back of the stage, and there aren't any crowds here. There are 3 figures manning the booth, all clad in suits. They all look tired and crumpled. Wearing a suit in this weather can't be a pleasant experience. Excuse me, a young man named Hideki sent us here. We're volunteers. Oh, you are? One of the figures in suits gives us a winning smile, though it seems a bit worn about the edges. He must be in his 30s, and that's a generous estimate, and he might have pulled a couple of all-nighters while planning this convention, but one word lodges itself inside my skull and refuses to leave. Playboy. Now, was that better or worse than incompetent? I'm Kitamura Ryuichi, and this gloomy guy here is my second-in-command, Arata Kenji. Speak for yourself. And the lovely lady is Fukuda Sayuri. We make up the PR team for Lyric. Well, not all of the team. Sheena had to attend a funeral, and Maeda suddenly got hit with a summer cold, so we're down 2 members of staff, which would be fine if only Sheena had told us about the funeral earlier. I doubt she knew her grandmother was going to bite the dust in 6 days before the convention, Sayuri. I know, but it's also frustrating. It's nice to know you have your priorities sorted. I'll be sure to tell Sheena you said that. Don't, please. Let's not cause any more drama in the office. But I happen to love drama, Sayuri, my dear. I know you do. It's a bad habit of yours. Sayuri looked unimpressed. So too does Kenji, but for a different reason, I think. So are you saying our intern sent you here? He practically begged. That sounds like Hideki, all right. He has no pride. Maybe because you stamped it all out of him. So what do you need help with? Just tell us and we'll do it. We could probably have you set up the official Lyric booth in the main hall. Like the table and the tablecloth and maybe some of the posters. Not the merch, though. We can do that. I thought the merch tables were already set up. I saw them in the vendor's hall. They're the unofficial tables, the doujin tables, if you will, for people selling homemade items. The official Lyric booth is a bit bigger. What? That merch was all unofficial? You didn't know? Oh, just kidding. You didn't know? Conventions like this are always filled with hobbyists who want to sell their merchandise. They mostly specialize in art prints, but you can get keychains and garage kit models too. It's pretty neat. I think it's a waste of time. It costs a lot of money to book a stall here, and most people spend a lot to produce their goods. Most won't even break even. Come on, Mako. It's not about the money, it's about the experience. This is why you're perpetually in debt, Yasu. Yasu sticks out his tongue playfully. Guilty as charged! So, the merch table. Can you help us? I glanced back at the stage wistfully. Hideki said we could watch them setting up the stage, and I wanted to see Aiko perform a little longer. But I guess there's always a concert tomorrow. No problem, just leave it to us. Alright, that's an attitude I can get behind. Put it there. Ryuichi extends his fist towards Yasu. Yasu bumps their fists together. They laugh. How can Yasu get along with Ryuichi so well? They've only just met. I don't get it. Right, if you'd care to follow me. Ryuichi leads us away from the performance hall, through the vendor's hall, into the main hall. There are a few people milling about, but Ryuichi waves them away. We can't let you handle the merch without permission, I'm afraid, but you can dress the tables. We have some banners and tablecloths in these boxes here. You good? Yes, sir! Yasu salutes and Ryuichi laughs. We get to work, peeling off packing tape and unpacking boxes. I wish I had my trusty knife I could use to cut open the tape, but that's back at home in the kitchen. Using my hands is fine, I guess, but it's not as satisfying. Not that I have an obsession with sharp, pointy weapons or anything. I don't. While we work, the other members of the PR team come over and start talking to Ryuichi. Their voices are hushed and low, but I can catch a few snatches of conversation. So, it looks like Yuko arrived. Finally, what on earth was she doing? Who knows? That girl is so unreliable, energetic, but she has no concept of deadlines. Kenji tuts. Does anyone know about Rei? She'll be coming with her mother soon. She should sit behind a table so she doesn't get overstimulated. Sounds like a good idea, Sayuri, honey. Honey? Just roll with it. I'm trying out a new catchphrase. Over my dead body? Fine, fine. I was just trying to relieve some tension. But about Rei. There'll be a lot of noise, and it's dangerous for her to be around crowds. We better take care of her, or Mr. Himura will let us have it. There's that too, of course. Why do we need to babysit Ray, anyway? It wouldn't kill Papa Dearest to see her, would it? He'll be too busy. You know the tech team are busy. I guess. Ray's going to take part in a handshaking event at the main merch booth, but she isn't singing. She won't be here for too long, maybe an hour or two. I know about Ray, of course. Most people do. She caused quite a media sensation when she was signed by Lyric last year. She's blind, which is already enough to cause a stir, but she's also very young. She has a good voice, though. As for Yuko, well, she used to go to my school. And how about the virtual idols? We're not in the best of situations, but Aiko should at least be functional for the show. Are you sure? Sure as the sky's blue. Kazuki knows what he's doing. He's smart. Are they talking about Aiko? I strained my ears, trying to pick out more details when... excuse me, Hana. I'm sorry if you had more important things to do, but in case you didn't realize, we're supposed to be working. I'm sorry. I don't want to incur Makoto's wrath. Then she might start treating me like she treats Yasu. That would be miserable indeed. Ah, these are so not the right clothes to wear while setting up tables. That's what I told you, Mako. You should have worn something a little airier like this. Yasu does a spin. His skirt flutters around his legs. Makoto frowns. At least I think she does. The helmet makes it impossible to tell. Don't do that in public. It's indecent. What? Why? Nobody can see anything. Besides, I'm wearing safety shorts. I should hope so, too, or you get arrested for indecent exposure. The grumpy little robot sighs. Hey, Hana, do you think you could pick me up something to drink? I'd go myself, but it's hard to walk around in this thing. You know, you have a very beautiful assistant here to help you. Yes, but you'd probably fall over your own feet. Moi? I would never! I've known you long enough, Yasu. I know what you're like. Yasu pouts, poking the tips of his index fingers together. You see what she's like, Hana? She's evil. I have faith in you, Yasu. Don't worry, I have faith in you, Yasu. Really? That's right. I'm sure there are some things you're good at. You'd think that, wouldn't you? Oh, Mako, you are mean. Anyway, I guess I'll find the nearest vending machine then. Is there anything you want? Something cold. Ooh, I want orange squash. Sure thing. I just hope they're planning to reimburse me for this. Makoto's pretty sensible, so I can't imagine she'd let things like debt slide, but Yasu's a little... Before you go, we should probably share contact information. I don't want us getting separated. Makoto pulls her phone out of her pocket. I didn't even realize her costume had pockets. Do robots usually have pockets? But if she made the outfit herself, I guess she factored practicality into it. As practical as you can be when wearing a bodysuit in the middle of August. Do you have Paku Paku? Yeah, I'm acidic flower. I'm Go Gadget Mako. I'll add you right now. And I'm Culprit Yasu. I'll add you too. And if you buy the drinks from a stall, make sure you keep the receipts. I want to pay you back the exact amount I owe you. It's fine to use the vending machine, but then you need to remember how much you spent, okay? Okay. You can stop off and get yourself a snack too. Just don't mix the tabs, okay? I don't want to pay for whatever you've eaten. I'm not that generous. This is quite a bit to remember. I'm not bad at math. I get good grades at least, but the convention center is so loud and noisy, trying to retain numbers in my head for too long might be a bit of a chore. At least Makoto has high expectations. Does that mean she trusts me? I didn't think I'd meet anyone new at this convention, but I guess I've given Mom a reason to be proud of me after all. Looks like I really did manage to make some friends. Who would have thought? I wonder where the nearest vending machine is. I made my way back to the vendor's room, as it seemed like the busiest place in the convention. I thought, given the sheer volume of people here, there'd be a vending machine or two, but I miscalculated. There are so many people, I can't see beyond them to the other side of the room. They're like an impenetrable wall. They're all chatting loudly, showing off their latest purchases, pausing to take photos, and they're all smiling too. It looks like everyone's having a good time. Naturally, this makes me feel miserable. It's not because I don't want other people to enjoy themselves, of course. I'm not that petty. At least I don't think I am. It's just a little depressing, I guess. This is why I don't leave my room very much. When I see other people in large groups having fun with their friends, it makes me feel like some kind of alien. Like I'm not a normal high school girl. I never go out and I don't have any friends. Not really. I know it sounds kind of pathetic, but you'd probably call it jealousy. At least when I'm alone in my room, I don't need to be reminded that other people, normal people, can go out and socialize and actually enjoy themselves. They make it look so effortless. Why then do I find the art of small talk so insanely difficult? It's like I'm playing through life on hard mode, and everyone else discovered some kind of cheat, but they won't tell me what it is. That's what autism feels like. Absolutely. But hanging by the wall, thinking self-pitying thoughts isn't going to help me fulfill Makoto's request. I need to look for a vending machine. I just hope there's one here. I detach myself from the wall and breathe in deeply, trying to garner the confidence required to take a single step when... my cell phone beeps. Is it Aiko? Hey, Hana. Sorry about this, but you don't need to fetch the drinks after all. Change of plans. What's wrong? Ryuichi sent Hideki out for drinks. He said it was their treat. We're good. Yasu got his orange juice? Yes, he was very happy about it. Does that mean I should come back? We finished setting up the booth. Yasu and I were going to find you, but a cosplay group got hold of Yasu and dragged him off to a photo shoot. What about you? I decided to go with him. You know what he's like. I can't leave him on his own. How long do you think you'll be? The cosplay group seemed quite insistent. It could be at least an hour. A whole hour? Really? And here I was getting excited over the prospect of actually having friends. I didn't expect those friends to ditch me so suddenly. Right. What do you want me to do then? I'm sorry about this, Hana. Really, we weren't trying to leave you behind. Things came up. Should I come and see you? You could, but there are a few things going on I think you'd be interested in. Like what? There's a handshake event scheduled to start at Lyric's booth in half an hour. You overheard the conversation, right? It's for Yuko and Rei. Yasu and I aren't really into them, but I know how you like them, so maybe you could go get a photo with them? I don't know. I don't like crowds. Well, just try and have fun. It'll be more fun than hanging around with a group of squealing cosplayers who don't understand personal boundaries, at least. Coming from Makoto, that seems like an unusually long speech. I get the feeling she isn't the kind of girl who wastes words. This level of consideration sets my heart at ease. I guess there are fun things I can do, even if I am on my own. Jeez. A Yuko and Rei handshake event, huh? I guess that sounds interesting. I'm not a huge fan of Rei, though I do like her voice, but Yuko? My old senior from high school, Yuko. I wonder if she'll recognize me. The only question is, where's this event taking place? I glance around for a few moments, confused, as though this will help me orient myself. Of course it doesn't. It really is busy around here. If there's an official event going on, there should be a large crowd of people queuing up for it, but there are so many people everywhere, I can't see any one spot that looks more crowded than the rest. Maybe I should ask somebody. I pause for a few moments, dithering, when... Hey! I hear a voice coming from my right. I turn my head, blinking. Cat girl. Hi there. There's a girl standing before me, her arms linked behind her back. Though she's a little shorter than I am, the white cat ears protruding from her equally white hair adds a few inches to her. The cat ears themselves are peculiar enough. I assume they're not real, but her skin is a strange pale blue color. Is that makeup? If it is, it's rather evenly and convincingly applied. She must be a cosplayer, but she's rather devoted to her craft. Part of me wants to give her a closer look, but maybe it would be rude to stare. Oh? The girl seems to have noticed my curious glance, however, because her lips quirk upwards into a small smile. What's the matter? Have you ever seen a cat girl before? Not one with blue skin, no. Or bright purple eyes. What an interesting color combination. Well, I'm not just any ordinary cat girl. I'm also an AI. Are you talking about the character you dress as? A character? Sure, let's go with that. I don't really understand. Don't worry your pretty head about it. This is a convention after all. Anything can happen. Evidently. So aren't you meant to be a volunteer? She gestures towards the badge secured to my chest, that mischievous smile still dancing on the corners of her lips. Why does it feel like she's teasing me? That's right. I'm a volunteer. Then I was wondering if you could help me with something. Do you know where the handshake event is taking place? The one with Rei? Oh, I was actually wondering that myself. Huh? The girl raises a neatly plucked eyebrow. You're a volunteer and you don't even know where all the events are being held? Mostly, I was setting up tables. What tables? I thought the vendors had to set up their own tables. I was helping at Lyric's official booth. You know where Lyric's booth is? Yes, why? The girl smirks. You're not the brightest bulb in the box now, are you? And what's that supposed to mean? Oh, don't get so worked up about it. I'm just saying, the handshaking event is officially sponsored by Lyric. It involves all their idols, specifically their darling Rei. If it's going to be held anywhere, it'll be held at their booth. It's simple logic. Doesn't it follow? I guess. Good, so you do have some brain cells after all. I was starting to worry. I grit my teeth together. I don't usually get angry with people, but this girl is seriously trying my patience. Even when she's not talking, it feels like she's laughing at me. I can see the mockery in her expression. Does she even want to go to the handshaking event, or did she just come over to mess with me? Well, now we know where we're going. Would you mind leading the way? I don't really want to show her where Lyric's booth is, but I am a volunteer. If I refuse, I might get in trouble. And anyway, I want to see Yuko too. At least, I think I do. Now I'm not so sure. The strange girl has shaken my confidence, and now I can't stop thinking about worst-case scenarios. What if Yuko makes fun of me? It's not like Yuko ever teased me at school or anything. I don't think she'd know I exist if our mothers weren't friends. But she's a trainee idol now, whereas I'm still a plain, ordinary Hana. I don't know if I can face her. What should I do? I'll go to Lyric's booth with a girl. I bite my lower lip, trying to stop these noxious thoughts from clouding my mind. I need to stop being so paranoid. That's something my mother tells me. I'm sure everything will be fine. Actually, I was going to the handshake event myself. Let's go together. All right, then. The girl grins and bows, holding one gloved hand before me. Ladies first. Aren't you also a lady? Nope. Being a lady sounds incredibly dull. I'd much rather be a cat girl. Right. I'm not quite sure I follow. I don't know who this girl is, but she really is getting into character. Oh well, as soon as the convention's over, I won't have to see her again. It's probably for the best if I don't think about her too much. That was weird. You look awfully familiar. Yuko peers at me, her fingers beneath her chin. She could be an antiquarian appraising a vase from the Heian period. Not that I'd have much worth as a vase. You can't even store flowers inside me. Weird thing to say. I get that a lot. Are people always mistaking you for somebody else? Yeah, kinda. Well, you do have that sort of face. A plain face. I could be anybody, really. Just another piece of flotsam caught in the tide. Who cares about my name anyway? But Yuko seems to. She leans in even closer. Her eyes narrow. I shrink back, suddenly overcome by shyness. Why did I think I could greet my old senior like it's nothing? I never spoke to her at school, so why would I be able to speak to her now she's become a trainee idol? The gulf between us is far too large. It doesn't help that she's also so pretty. The girl next to her, Rei, is similarly pretty, but more adorable than sexy. Did I just think of Yuko as sexy? I must be getting tired. Rei has a short, almost childish stature, but her hair is cut short. Some of her bangs fall in front of her eyes, but I guess that doesn't matter. After all, she is blind. I think I heard rumors that the proceeds from her appearances and concerts are meant to go towards new state-of-the-art laser surgery to help alleviate her eye problems, but she's been working at Lyric for over a year and nothing like that has happened yet. That surgery must be incredibly expensive. I suppose I'd feel sorry for Rei under other circumstances, but why should I? She's an idol, and not only that, but an incredibly popular one. I think her sad backstory is partially why she's so beloved. She's like some kind of tragic heroine from a shoujo manga. Yuko, on the other hand, is not nearly as renowned. Most of the people queuing up have come to see Rei, not Yuko. Since I'm a cynical person, I'm almost inclined to believe that Yuko was asked to man, woman, this booth solely so she can watch out for Rei. But it wouldn't be very polite to ask. Hideki. Hey, Yuko. You're holding up the line. But I know this girl. I definitely know her. You also know Miss Ogawa? Ogawa. Are we in the presence of a celebrity? Rei's soft little voice, so free of guile, makes my cheeks burn red. As if I'm a celebrity. I don't look the part with my choppy brown hair and boring clothes. Your hair's pink, girl. My family name, however, is enough of a hit for Yuko. She nods in sudden recognition, clapping her hands together. Ah, now I remember. The sudden harsh sound makes Rei wince. Hideki sighs. Sorry, Rei. Can you try and be a little less enthusiastic, Yuko? No, it's fine. It's quite alright. I can tell Miss Yuko's excited about something. I am excited. I know who you are. You're Ogawa Hana. Yuko dives across the table and grabs hold of my hands. I thought I was the one who was supposed to be shaking her hand, not the other way around. Why didn't you tell me before, silly? I would have recognized you in a heartbeat. But you didn't. That's what I think, but I don't say it. It'd be unfair to expect Yuko to remember every single underclassman she went to high school with, particularly a shy one like me. Ogawa Hana, huh? That takes me back. Seems like you're pretty popular, Miss Ogawa. And how do you know our Yuko? You know her as well, Hideki? Well, yeah. We bumped into each other once or twice. Now I'm forever in her debt. Or something like that. Yuko snorts. That is so you, Hideki. That is not so me. It totally is. You should just count yourself lucky you ended up indebted to a cute girl like Hana, and not a large bodybuilder with an axe to grind. Yuko giggles and sticks out her tongue. Hideki sighs again. Anyway, I know Hana here pretty well. Which is a lie, but I don't call her out on it. We went to high school together, actually. Oh, you did? Yeah, I'm a little older than her, so we were never in the same classes, but I saw her around. And how is Jomon since I left? It's the same as ever, I guess. Is Mr. Kosugi still teaching math? Yeah. And is he still, super strict? He made one of my classmates stand outside holding a pail of water when he forgot to hand in his algebra homework. Wow, he's allowed to do that? That's crazy. He never liked me very much, you know. Once he threatened to expel me because he caught me Yuko, not in the middle of an event, okay? Okay. Yuko pouts and relinquishes her hold on my hand. My palm is all sweaty. My fingers tremble. Still, Ogawa Hana. That's awesome. It must be nice meeting friends from school. I wish I knew what it was like. I've never been. Count yourself lucky, Rei. Some of the teachers at Jomon were evil, but Mr. Kosugi was the worst of all. But it sounds like fun. I've always wanted to eat lunch with my friends in the classroom, but I've been homeschooled my whole life. I didn't know that, but it makes sense. It's possible for students with disabilities to attend mainstream schools, but a lot of parents prefer to go with homeschooling route. It's easier, and it saves them having to worry about the welfare of their children. I wonder if that's why Rei always seems so quiet in her interviews. She's never been to school, and she doesn't have any experience interacting with people outside of her immediate family, so she's softly spoken. Then again, I've attended mainstream schools my whole life, and I'm even shyer than she is. Oh dear, Seems the crowds are getting a little restless. Sorry for inconveniencing you. It's no trouble. Don't worry about it. I'm like super stoked that I met you. What are the odds? There are probably a few other students from Jomon here too. Maybe, but there's only one Ogawa Hana. You're always so cheerful, Yuko. That's part of my charm. Yuko strikes a peace sign, not that Rei can see it. I think Rei gets the general idea though, because she giggles. Anyway, you had your handshake. Do you want to shake Rei's hand too? Oh, sure. I extend my hand to Rei awkwardly. She accepts it, wrapping her slender fingers around my unworthy palm. It's very nice to meet you, Miss Ogawa. You too. And do you want a photo? Something to commemorate the moment? Sure, let me grab my cell phone. You should send the pic to me when you're done. I want to show my mom. She'll be like, oh, is that Chuoko's girl? My, she's gotten tall. Yuko's mother is a member of the same crochet circle as my mother. I don't know Yuko that well, but our mothers are on friendly terms. Hey, you should tell me your Paku Paku ID. Mine is... Yuko, you're not meant to give out your contact details on the job. It could be dangerous. Besides, you've held the line up long enough. Fine, Mr. No Fun. Let's just take the pic then. But we simply have to hang out together sometime, Hana. I want you to tell me everything that's happened at school since I left. Fine. I'd be interested in hearing your stories too. I'm curious. Don't let Yuko corrupt you, Rei. She's a bad girl. A bad girl? Never. I'm just doing a favor for my pal Hana. My pal Hana. My pal? Yuko's acting so overly familiar, it's a little awkward. This awkwardness is intensified when she pulls me against her and wraps her arm around my shoulder. A few people in the queue start muttering amongst themselves, something about special treatment, and Hideki gets even more noticeably anxious. But Yuko doesn't seem to care. She was always like this. Outgoing and confident, cheerful to a fault. She got in trouble a lot from what I remember. I wouldn't be surprised if she gets in trouble as an idol either. She seems like the sort who will have one or two juicy scandals before she retires. Maybe the world needs more people like that in it. It certainly makes everything more interesting. I'm grateful that Makoto suggested this. I was a little unsure at first, but it ended up being fun, I guess. In a weird sort of way. Maybe I should buy her a gift to thank her. Hana's face. In the end, Makoto and Yasu are busier for longer than any of us anticipated. After Yasu finishes an impromptu shoot with a group of fellow cosplayers, Makoto gets dragged away by a reporter for the local paper doing a piece on the convention. Several hours pass, and the first day of the convention comes to a close. I wait by the entrance hall. It's mostly devoid of people now. There are still a few convention-goers milling about, carrying plastic bags filled with goodies, but the majority of the crowd is dispersed. A voice calls over the loudspeakers, that of a polite, softly spoken woman. May I have your attention, please? The Kokusai Center will be closing in 15 minutes. I repeat, the Kokusai Center will be closing in 15 minutes. Please ensure you have all your belongings with you. Thank you, and I hope you had a wonderful day. I think I did have a wonderful day, despite the disappearance of my newfound companions. Seeing Yuko was probably a highlight, even if it was rather awkward, but that wasn't all. I hugged a carrier bag to my chest and smiled to myself. While I was searching in the vendor's hall for a gift from Makoto and Yasu, I happened upon something rather interesting. It's something I've wanted for a long while, but this kind of merchandise is for very particular kinds of fans, and I don't want to be branded as a deviant. Mom and Dad are pretty accepting of my Aiko obsession, but they might raise their eyebrows if they caught a glimpse of my latest purchase. But I just couldn't help myself. Maybe it was the atmosphere of the convention. It got beneath my skin and made me do something rather out of character. The normal Ogawa Hana would never have purchased something ridiculous like this. Then again, the normal Ogawa Hana never would have attended a convention. She never would have spoken to strangers. She never would have made friends. Speaking of which... Hey, Hana! I spot Yasu and Makoto at the other end of the entrance hall. They're hard to miss, being such a mismatched pair. Yasu waves at me energetically. Even from a distance, I can tell there's a wide smile on his face. You don't need to be so loud, Yasu. She heard us. I can't help it. I'm just so excited. Yasu all but skips forward. Does he have no sense of shame? Makoto trails along behind. So, Hana, did you have fun? Did you? Don't fawn all over her, Yasu, please. It's been a long day. Aw, don't be silly. Hana doesn't mind. You don't, do you? I don't really mind. Oh, it's fine. I don't really mind. See? Yasu turns to Makoto and pokes his tongue out in triumph. Hana doesn't mind. In fact, she likes my company. Don't get carried away, Yasu. She never said that. Maybe not in those exact words, but it was implied. So did you have a good time? It was a lot more enjoyable than I thought it'd be. Good. I'm sorry about leaving you, by the way. One thing just led to another. Oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Are you sure? Yeah, I feel a little out of my depth at first, but Makoto was right. There was so much stuff to do, I didn't get bored. Nice one. Did you see Rei and Yuko? Ah, yes, I did. I actually have a photo with them. I take my phone out of my pocket, bypass the lock screen, and hold it up to show Makoto and Yasu. Yasu peers in close, maybe a little too close, and squeals in delight, while Makoto surveys the photograph from a distance. I can't tell thanks to her helmet, but I think she's smiling. You look happy, Hana. I do? Yeah, you're super cute. I think the photo's a little awkward, actually. Yuko has her arm around my shoulder, pulling me close like we're the best of friends. She's wearing a smile bright enough to power the whole of New York City. I, meanwhile, look a little awkward and unsure, with the softest hint of a light pink blush on my cheeks. Ray stands a little apart from the two of us. In direct contrast to me and Yuko, she looks calm and at ease, her arms held together at her front, fingers clasped. Say, since when did you get so touchy-feely with Yuko? I thought you didn't like being close to strangers. Well, Yuko isn't a complete stranger. She isn't? It's a long story. You'll have to tell me sometime. Maybe later. I slide my phone back into my pocket. It's not like I'm trying to dodge the subject. It's just not that interesting. Whoa, my tongue. Blah, blah, blah. It's just not that interesting. At least I don't think it is. Actually, I have something to give you guys for being so nice to me, I mean. Ooh, a present? I love presents. Yes, I wasn't sure what you'd like, so I got you both something small. Here. I reach into my carrier bag. My fingers brush against the plastic casing that wraps my own little, well, not so little gift to myself, my cheeks flush with pleasure. I have to dig about at the bottom of the bag, my tongue poking out in the corner of my mouth in concentration, before I'm able to fish out Makoto and Yasu's gifts. They're both keychains. I looked around a few different stalls trying to find ones I thought they'd like, so I hope my efforts haven't gone to waste. Yasu's keychain is of the same magical witch character he decided to cosplay as. I don't know the character's name, but he must like the series if he wanted to look like her. I was surprised to find a few booths that weren't solely divided to AIdol merch, so I bought it as soon as I saw it. Makoto's keychain, meanwhile, is of a little robot character. Again, I don't know what the character's called, or even what series it's from. It's not the same character Makoto's dressed up as, but I hope she appreciates the gesture. Oh, this keychain is so cute! Makoto accepts her gift with a little more decorum. She bows politely, taking hold of the silvery chain in her thumb and forefinger. It's very lovely. I appreciate it, Hana. It's no problem. Since I didn't get you your drinks, I thought I might as well. Well, you certainly had no obligation, but I appreciate it all the same. I'm sure I'll get a lot of the use of that of this little guy. Yasu peers at Makoto's keychain curiously. It's a boy robot? Mm-hmm. How can you tell? It's pink. I know it's pink. Boy robots can be pink too. You should know that better than anyone, Yasu. Huh. I get it. I'm just surprised, that's all. In most kids' TV shows, the pink robot's always the girl. This show's a little different. It's part of Riona's character arc. So you do know this show? Mm-hmm. I imagine you picked out at random, but it was a lucky guess. I own it all on Blu-ray. I congratulate myself inside my head. Looks like I managed to roll a perfect 6 despite my own misgivings. Right, I clutched my carrier bag to my chest, relishing the sound of crumpling plastic. It's hard to believe, after almost a whole year of covetous, secretive desire, I was finally able to buy an Aiko of my very own. A life-size facsimile of her, at any rate. Shall we get going? Indeed, the center is going to close soon, and Makoto checks her cell phone. Our train leaves in 20 minutes. I check my own cell. It's 4:15. Mine leaves in 10. Then let's get a move on. The three of us exit the convention center and make our way to the train station at a leisurely pace. The flags and banners for AIdol Fest blow in the wind, and the bright green leaves on the trees rustle. The fresh air is more than welcome after being inside for so long, cramped up with so many people, and I breathe it in greedily. After walking for a while, we wind up in a small park by the train station. Yasu pauses during our leisurely stroll and gives me a curious look. So, Hana, I was wondering something. Where do you go to school exactly? I go to Jomon High. That's near my house in Nanakuma. Oh, really? You're in high school? That's right. I assumed you were in college. Is that because Hana's taller than you, Makoto? No, that's not it, Yasu. It's because she's so mature, unlike some people. That's clearly meant to be a jab at Yasu, but the boy just ignores it. Makoto's barbs roll off him, like water from a duck's back. A particularly dense duck. Ha, well, I guess that makes sense. Everyone's taller than you, Mako. Be quiet. Can't make me. I'll tell your mother about the time you took your pet lizard to show and tell. Hey, that's not fair. That was years and years ago. I was like 7. And you've never been properly punished for your transgressions. I've been far, far too soft on you, ever since we went to elementary school together and I let you copy my homework. So you two have known each other for that long? That's right. Unfortunately. Hey, what's so unfortunate about that? Shouldn't you be glad you have such a cool, handsome, charming childhood friend? Spare me. I don't know how you put up with him, Makoto. Neither do I. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Isn't it obvious? You can be quite a handful. Boo. Yasu pouts. You say that like being enthusiastic is a bad thing. It is if you're overly enthusiastic like you are, Yasu. No, I'm not. You totally are. I smile. Though Yasu and Makoto bicker incessantly, it's clear they only do it because they feel comfortable around one another. Yasu is an outgoing, gregarious person, and I think Makoto, despite her propensity for giving commands, is on the quiet, retiring side like I am. I bet Yasu is the only person she bosses around like this, and it must be because she feels comfortable enough in his presence to do it. Having a friend to argue about with pointless things, share silly inside jokes, it must be kinda nice. I've never had a childhood friend. Oh, it's not all it's cracked up to be, believe me. My parents are obsessed with the idea that we're going to get married. They've even tried to get me to pick out a venue and a dress. I think you'd look lovely in taffeta, my dear Mako. They don't know that Yasu is even more interested in dresses than I am. Do you think they'd sour on me being their son-in-law if they knew? You're never going to be their son-in-law, stupid. You could go down on your hands and knees and propose right now, but I'd never agree with it. How cruel! You'll get over it. That's what you think, but a maiden's heart is a delicate thing. I fear I may never recover. In case you haven't noticed, you're not a maiden. Wearing your cute dress doesn't change that. Oh, Mako, do you really think my dress is cute? Ugh, forget I said anything. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it here. This is such a cute game. I want it to be over, but it's very cute and I like it. I'm gonna keep playing it because I'm already this far in, but I am ready for it to be over, but I know it's not. So I'm a little confused why we haven't heard anything about Aiko. Like this whole episode, we didn't hear from Aiko, which is weird. But anyway, thank you so much for playing with me. I hope you had fun, because I definitely had fun. Please like and subscribe. It would mean so much to me. And I will see you later.